ever thought about. My responsibilities.
Oh, Dick, what are you
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to London. For your comfort and safety, please remain seated until the aircraft comes to a complete and final stop at control building where the fasten seatbelt sign has been turned off.
That's great.
So I got my teddy bear from, like, I don't know. So I got my Winnie the Pooh teddy bear when I was like a kid, and it was got like when we were in Disneyland Paris. And I think it must have been just after I moved to the UK, and I don't know, I think I felt very lonely, and I found a lot of comfort in like the stories of Winnie the Pooh, especially because I grew up near like a lot of nature. And so for me, it was something that was really comforting, and it allowed me to like feel a little bit less alone in somewhere that I didn't know, because I was still having a lot of culture shock almost, because I was only a kid. And so yeah, I put in him, and it makes me feel very safe and secure. Yeah.
This is my sentimental item, the soft toy which I call Podge Paws.
He has been with me since I was 18 years old, some 37 years ago, and just makes me smile every time I see him. It's the way he looks that does it for me. Boss-eyed, head up, huge belly, stubby arms and legs. And that sounds silly, but just looking at him cheers me up and makes me realise just how much he has meant to me. So many memories, so many good memories.
My sentimental items are special for me because it's like a comfort thing for me if I'm stressed or upset about something. It can help me just feel less lonely at times. And I've also had it for a while, so it always just reminds me of just some happy memories, like when I was younger. And it just always helps calm me down sometimes.
Yeah, Edward the bear, yes. I don't know how I got him. I don't know if he was bought for me or whether I bought him. I can't remember. But he came from Marks and Spencer's. But he was bought about the time or just after I met Stuart. And he kind of became what part of the family. It was Edward the bear, and Stuart was soppy as me and joined in with it. And Edward used to sit and watch the Grand Prix with us, and he was a Ferrari fan. And he used to sit and we used to go on holiday with us. He used to come away with us when we go on holiday in this country. Always Edward would hop in the car as well. He never went anywhere. He just stayed in the accommodation and kept an eye on things. And Stuart and I used to live in a flat in Baldock. That's where we first lived together. And Edward had his own chair from IKEA. He had to have somewhere to sit, you see. So I bought him his very own chair, little child chair from IKEA, and that was where he sat. So he was just Edward the bear. Oh, I do remember my dad used to take enormous pleasure in putting him upside down in funny places, and I'd find Edward sort of, hanging from the washing line or in the washing basket. And my father used to delight in putting him in all sorts of funny places. And, of course, Edward isn't the only one bear in the family, you see. My mum's got one. I bought one for my mum. He's called Jeremy. And when I used to work at the University of Hertfordshire, one of my friends there, I bought one for her. So there are three. He's called Benji. Then there's Edward, and then there's Jeremy. So there's the three brothers, we used to call them. But when we had the girls, when we had the children, Edward was still about, and he came on holiday still with us in this country, and there's pictures of the girls with him. So he's just Edward the bear, there for a cuddle if you need him. And he's just part of the family, really. It's sentimental, and he's just big enough to give a big hug to. And we used to make jokes and laugh and talk about Edward and Edward doing things, and he just became one of the family, and he funnily enough, he always will be. Sort of, there's us, and over the years, of course, as the girls have got older and things have got busier, and he's tended to sit over to the side. But Edward the bear, he'll always be there.
As I look at the cards, I feel different emotions. I feel happy because all the cards are brightly coloured. They're mainly pink and blue, and have really positive messages. I also feel a bit sad because many of the cards are from friends or relatives who are no longer here. I also feel great pride as I remember my children as babies, and now I see them as amazing adults. I often look at the cards either to cheer myself up or remember the people who are no longer with us, or just takes me to such a happy time when my children were born.
This is her little bell.
And then she would tell me what she wanted, or what she wanted me to do. Anyway, this is the story of the little bell and my beautiful mum.
So my special object was a blanket. It's special to me because it's sort of the same material as what I had when I was born. Most of my memories of this blanket is just every time we went away on holiday or went away from home, I had this blanket, and it's really old and ratty now and under my bed in a cupboard somewhere, but yeah, it means a lot to me.
My Build a Bears are more special to me because there is like a chemical object. I still hug them at night sometimes when I'm feeling like really anxious or sad. They've just been with me for years and years, and they're really like the one sort of teddy I've had that I've always like took with me, like wherever I've moved, wherever I've gone. The main memory I have related to them, I guess, would be actually like making them and buying them, because it's kind of like, it's a whole experience going to the Build-A-Bear shop. I must have got them when I was like, I don't know, 9, 10, 11, but it was a whole experience. It was really exciting to do when you're a kid. You know, you get to make your bear, you get to fill it with stuffing, you've got a heart. I used to take them everywhere with me, buy loads of different outfits, dress them up to go to the movies. And I used to be put them to bed at night. They had their own little sleeping bags. And yeah, I don't know if I can pin down a specific memory taking them places, because I used to literally take them everywhere. They've just stuck with me for years and years. And I still feel them at night sometimes.
My nan was the most kind of important person to me for a very long time, and her ring was actually something she gave me when I was around 7 or 8 as a way to kind of be close to her, because she had a bit of a health scare, but I was too young at the time, I didn't really understand. I just thought it was, you know, like a special thing that, you know, we had, and she gave one to my cousin and, you know, a couple of my aunts and like other people, but when she gave me mine, she told me that this was like our special kind of thing, and she'd always be with me and very close to me, because we were very close, me and my nan. I actually lived with her from the age 7 until she passed away in 2019 during my first year of university. And I used to spend a lot of time with her in her kind of section of the house. It was kind of off to the side, like a little annex, like a converted garage, where she had like a mini apartment, I guess you could call it. And every morning, if there was any post, I used to do and she used to sing the Postman Pat theme song, and I used to deliver her letters. Every Thursday, when I was younger, she used to go to Morrison's on the bus, and I used to pretend to be ill at school so I could go with her. And it worked like twice maybe until they realised it was only every Thursday I was ill. But when she got older, it was a bit more difficult for her to leave and, you know, go too far by herself. Every Thursday we used to sit on her sofa, listen to her favourite songs, like The Power of Love and John Lennon. And we used to do like a weekly online shop together. And actually I've still got, I think, 4 or 5 shopping lists in a box in my room that I keep with, you know, some of her flowers that I've like pressed and dried and stuff. And when she passed away, the ring definitely did its job, I guess. It does. It makes me feel like, you know, she's always with me in a way. And I hold on to it sometimes when I'm like anxious or upset, and it, you know, it reminds me of, you know, my nan, and it's a very kind of bittersweet kind of token, I guess. me and my nan had a very kind of special bond that I don't think I'm going to have with another human ever. And, you know, when, you know, it was coming up to my last kind of couple days and I came back from uni, she had been unresponsive, really. She hadn't, you know, moved or spoken or opened her eyes for a while. And I walked into her room and I said, "Hi Nan, I'm back." And she smiled and she did kind of squeeze my hand as much as she could, which was, you know, it was a really lovely moment. And I miss her. I miss her so much more than I think I could describe, really. But, you know, I have her ring and it's something that I get to keep, I guess. And I don't know, it's a very special kind of object for me. I haven't actually taken it off. I wear it on the necklace. I haven't taken it off for 8 or 9 years now. I used to just wear it under all my clothes, my school clothes, normal clothes. It goes, even if it doesn't like go with an outfit. I think I wore it to my mum's wedding. I just never take it off. And it just reminds me of her.
My pendant with a dolphin on, or dolphin pendant, is special to me because it's from my nan, and it's an heirloom to the family. All the women basically have had it. Well, not all of them, but my great grandma had it, and then my nan, and then my mum, and then me. I have no idea where it's from, but it's just a nice little family thing, I guess. But I always forget it's in the house, obviously, because it's just sat in a drawer. But it's nice every so often when I clean stuff out and I see it, and it's like, oh yeah, that's a thing. But yeah, that's probably why it's special to me, because of the connection with all the ladies in the family. But yeah, and it's really cute as well.
My alternative object is my teddy bear, Grass, and he's special to me, mostly because I have had him now for almost my entire memorable life. I received him when I was 4 years old, when I broke my arm and went to hospital, and they gave him to me then. So he was probably my biggest crisis as a child. I can't imagine it was too pleasant having my arm broken. At that age, he was there to comfort me, and he's been there ever since. Watching me grow, and as a child, whenever I needed comfort, he was there. My memories, obviously the biggest memory associated with him is being in the hospital, pushing a race car down a wheelchair onto my mum, and then her giving it back to me pushing it back down. But yeah, basically just my entire childhood is associated